What's going on, everybody? Happy Valentine's Day. It's The Rewind with your boys. I'm Kyle Tyson.
And I am Aaron Akud, the rant master himself. What's up, boss man?
What is going on, and how you enjoying Valentine's Day?
I'm actually been working on this, so I mean, we celebrated ours on Friday anyway, so I'm kicking it.
I hear you. Yeah, my wife and I were having a relaxing day. I gave her gifts last night. I bought her some roses, and I was going to keep them in my SUV, but the temperature dropped, so I had to give them to her early because I was afraid they were going to die overnight. You guys, if you're new to The Rewind, this is our weekly show. We usually go over like stuff that's happening behind the scenes or on the scenes in pro wrestling over the last week or so. This week, we've got a little bit of a looser structure. RN and I are just going to wing it. We've had some cool stuff, some cool debuts in AEW. We've had some weird Shane McMahon news. Ric Flair further losing his mind on Becky Lynch. I don't understand what this man's obsession with Becky is. At this point, he's got something.
Right.
Yeah. Other than that, man, you guys, I think wrestling's been outshined this week. It's Super Bowl weekend. You know, we just had the Rams and the Bengals play. What was your take on that game, man?
I was at a house party and I was the only person that wasn't a Bengals fan. So
yeah. Oh man.
So I was being objective, and of course everybody wanted to fucking kill me. But no, it was a great game. It ended how I thought it was going to end. I knew it was over for them when it was maybe like halfway through the third quarter, maybe. Aaron Donald chased Joe Burrow out, and like it was like him and one of his teammates, and like 50 fucking Bengals players like jumped on him and like attacked him and shit, like he was being dirty. I was like, you just pissed off the best defensive player maybe of our lifetime in the Super Bowl, and they're down. Smart move.
Yeah.
And yeah, he proceeded to fucking destroy them the next quarter by himself. Like Cooper Kupp definitely should have got MVP, but if Aaron Donald had got it, I wouldn't be surprised or mad about that either.
Yeah, I didn't really have a specific dog in the race. I just, whenever it comes to like a game like that, I just like, to cheer for the underdogs. But it was a decent game for me. Talk about Beckham getting injured like mid-game. They were losing their key players. Like the Rams, they were just dropping like flies.
Right.
It made it more exciting for me because anybody else, I'm not a football like aficionado by no means. And all the people like that would come through, my customers at work that wanted to talk about the game, most of them all had the same sentiment. Like the Bengals didn't stand a chance in hell. So I was like, all right, so everyone thinks it's going to be a lopsided beating. So it was pretty cool to see it be back and forth through the whole thing. What a postseason in football, anyways, that we got. Like almost every postseason game, including the wild card games, full of drama.
Well, the Bengals, every game the Bengals played was on the last play of overtime or fucking fourth quarter.
Damn, man, we got spoiled this season. We got spoiled big time this season for some good football games.
Like I said, I'm from Ohio. I'm like 45 minutes from Cincy. I didn't have a dog in the fight.
Yeah. Did you happen to catch UFC the night before?
Yeah, I caught a couple of the matches. We were kind of drinking and shit, so like, and the kids were there, so like we couldn't really like concentrate on the fights too much.
Did you catch Derek Lewis and Tai Tuivasa?
Yeah.
Oh man. For anybody that's not an MMA fan, Derek Lewis holds the all-time knockouts record in UFC of any weight division. He has more knockout wins in the UFC. And Tai Tuivasa is an extremely fun Aussie to watch. He celebrates his victories by drinking beer out of a shoe. It's called a shoey. And he's been on like a 4-fight knockout streak himself. So we saw two big boys in the heavyweight division that made it very clear they were going to try and knock each other's heads off. And Tai Tuivasa scored the knockout victory. Derek Lewis's first knockout ever in his career. Loss.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, man.
I didn't know if it was just in UFC or like his entire career.
A whole career. Never been knocked out. He's been TKO'd where, he just couldn't defend himself, but never put out, you know. God, I felt bad too because the thing about those guys is if you don't watch them, they're both extremely lovable, like fan favorites.
Yeah, they're like for fighters too. Like like all the fighters are kind of emotional, but like they're like overly emotional, like the like sweet, like heartwarming way. Like you want to cheer for both guys. Like literally the whole house was like, we don't care who wins. Like we just like this fight. Like nobody. It's the first time I can say that. Like, cause my friends like we're not really like into it, but we get all the big pay-per-views.
Mm-hmm.
Like this was the first time where like literally no one was like, nobody was taking bets on who was gonna win and shit. Like we're just like, whoever wins. You know what I'm saying? Like that's because I didn't realize like how both were loved like that. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
like,
man, they're beloved, man.
Yeah,
Tai
like,
Tuivasa, that was like, I mean, he's been like a up and coming, but that was like his coming out party right there.
Right,
like
right,
that.
right.
That is, he's now like hardcore fans' favorite fighter, like favorite.
My buddy who's house rat who gets him, who is like hardcore, like yo, like yeah, that's his favorite fighter by far. And like I said, and even he was like, if he loses, like I won't be surprised, but like I wouldn't be mad either. Like I said, it was the first time. Like normally we're side betting, talking shit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Everything like the room was completely even. Like nobody was cheering either way. Like everybody was just cheering in general. Like, and that's the first time we've ever had any fights like that. And like there was no like bullshit. Like everybody's really like watching the fucking fight, eyes on the TV.
Yeah, no, it was captivating for a lot of people, myself included. That was like the true main event.
Right. That's what he said too. He said that definitely should have been the main event of the night.
Yeah. You guys, we don't expect too many of you to be in the live chat today. Normally, we stream our show on twitch.tv/SmackedRaw, Sunday nights at 9 p.m. Of course, like I mentioned earlier, the Super Bowl was on last night. RN and I were going to obviously enjoy that. So we're streaming here today. Thank you guys that are in the live stream. We really appreciate you guys. And don't forget, if you're watching this on YouTube, do all that YouTube stuff. You know what it is now. Like, subscribe, notification bells, comments, all that fun stuff. And then head on over to Twitch and give us a follow, man. We hit our 100 followers goal. Thank you very much for that. And of course, we're trying to keep it pushing. And also, if you are in the mood for some new content, I've been having fun making some 10-second recaps. I'm doing them now.
Fire.
Yes, so I'm doing them now consistently.
I gotta stop slacking. That's on me. I've been slacking. I'm having some shit going, but we'll get some more mute RNs pumped out now. You got me motivated.
There we go. Awesome. If you're in for a good, if you want a good laugh, check it out on YouTube, youtube.com/SmackDraw Podcast. Doing 10-second recaps. At a bare minimum, I'm doing them for Raw, NXT, Dynamite, SmackDown, and Rampage. And every now and then, I actually found myself turning on Impact the other night. I was about halfway through it, but then I had to shoot the Bammer Slammers Wheel of Wrestling last week, which I absolutely got destroyed, like I anticipated. I suck at trivia. Jay Thunder and Justin, they completely stole the show on that one, and I did all I could just to even try and not look pathetic on that show. Yeah, so I would have watched more Impact on Thursday had I not been busy getting my ass beat on some pro wrestling trivia. But it was a lot of fun, man, and I appreciate Bama inviting me on. It was really good. Speaking of
That's
Justin,
the best thing about Bama's shows. He does that. He gives you a little bit. He gives you highs, mids, and lows with his contestants.
Speaking of Justin, he just popped in the live chat. He says, what's up? He says he's dropping in. What's up, Justin? You guys, make sure to stay tuned after the show. Right at the end, we close out all of our Rewind episodes with Justin's, what he's deemed his Sunday Night Heat beats. We go ahead, we feature them at the end of the Rewind every week. Go ahead and give him a follow on Twitter. It is at Heel Tactics. Is there an underscore at the end of that? I can never remember.
I can't remember. Let me check.
Let me see real quick. I got him right here. I just messaged him the other day. It's at Heel Tactics _ There we go. Yeah, where you can check out his Sunday Night Heat. He remixes currently. He's remixed a whole bunch of Attitude Era themed wrestling entrances or wrestling themes, and they're fantastic. My personal favorite has got to be the Mark Henry one. Still to this day. He's 6 in. Mark Henry is still my favorite, man. That junk is so good.
This just in, Josh Alexander is officially a free agent.
Josh Alexander. You know what we should do? Like how Bama did the draft. We should. I saw somebody else do this, so I'm totally ripping off another podcast. But where we draft all the current free agents.
Yeah. I'm down to do that. I thought we had talked. We had talked about that already. I thought.
Yeah. You know who we can't draft though? Keith Lee, man. Fucking Keith Lee has made his AEW debut. RN, you gotta be excited, man. What's going on?
Yeah. No, I like I said, I've been slowly hanging on to the AEW boat. You know what I'm saying? I'm not quite ready to jump on the bandwagon yet, but I've been slowly walking behind it.
Man, he veiled Isaiah Cassidy into like the upper decks of that arena. I think they played it perfectly too with picking somebody like that could make him look good and that could take those crazy ass bumps and shit. Like they did it perfectly. And then my favorite part is always when he catches him like from the power run when they do the tope outside, he fucking catches him upside down.
Yeah, literally every time. He's never dropped anybody on their fucking head.
Imagine the trust you have to have in a man.
Right.
I'm gonna jump 12 feet through the air and just trust this man to catch me upside down.
Right before I smack my head on the fucking top. I said this from the beginning. I called it. I knew that's who it was going to be. And next up it's probably going to be Karrion Kross. And like, I've never been on that boat where it's like, oh, don't sign too many WWE guys. Like, there's only been one game in town for how old is AEW now? 3 years?
Going on 3 years, yeah.
So for what? 2001, right? Since they bought WCW, it's been 20 fucking years of only one game in town. Any big name prospect or star is gonna be a WWE guy unless you sign somebody from New Japan or something. So sign these fuckers away. And Keith Lee and Bray Wyatt should have been number 1 and 2 to get them away because if Keith Lee's not a world champion, or at least in the main event picture by the summer, they're fucking up.
Yeah. So I've been seeing a lot of criticism, and I have a unique take on this criticism that I'd like, like a perspective to have that I don't see really many people having about AEW signing so many people. Because I will admit, I'll be one of the first to admit, the locker room seems to be getting quite a bit bloated. We're hearing more and more chatter about contracts running out, not being reinstated. And my whole thing on this has been like AEW, like we just commented, AEW for one is barely over 2 years. The first episode of Dynamite was in November of 2019. So we're closer to 2 years than we are 3. Obviously, several factors come into play. They sign in a bunch of unknown talents, mainstream unknown. Of course, the hardcore fan base, likes to know every indie talent out there. While a ton of WWE guys, contracts are stuck in limbo because they, at the time, were hoarding up talent. So what they're doing, in my opinion, is, okay, Bama corrected me, October 2019. Excuse me. But it's kind of like this. I picture AEW's locker room and landscape kind of like a pond, right? And a whole bunch of rocks are being tossed into it right now. We're still in that process where there's just a whole bunch of waves being made because this locker room is getting talent in, some talent's being let go. And, it takes several years for that pond, for all those waves to level itself back out, and for us to go, hey, this is our firm locker room. Because you know what? When AEW started, the criticism about its locker room and about its roster wasn't that it was bloated with WWE guys. It had no stars. It had no main event appeal. It had nothing going for it. So people are always going to discourage something regardless. You're always going to, if you look hard enough, you're always going to see haters.
A lot of these guys aren't really WWE guys anyway because they shitted on them and did them bad while they were there and didn't become stars or bigger stars. Or were there? Like, I don't look at Keith Lee and some of these guys as WWE guys. I look, Keith Lee was what? He was NXT for a little bit and a fucking hot second on Raw. Like, he's not a WWE guy to me just because he was signed there. I think that's a lot of that is it too. Like, just because they signed him, unless they won world titles or any type of upper echelon main event shit, that's not a WWE guy. That's just a dude that they signed to stop from going to AEW to begin with.
Yeah.
In my eyes.
And my whole thing isn't even the criticism about WWE. Mine is more or less their bloated roster. It's like we've spent we're 2 years in to trying to fill this roster out with the mainstream appeal, the people that you see the potential, and not knocking, the Peter Avalons, of the locker room, man.
We knew all those guys are gone. Let those fucking contracts expire. Keep it fucking moving. Like, again, like it goes back to the same thing I was saying. Like those people that they gave those contracts to, they didn't have a choice because WWE had signed up, had fucking murdered the indie scene already. So there was nothing. There weren't any like top indie guys to go because WWE and Triple H had already signed them. So of course they hired those middling guys and guys from other countries and other things. They had no choice. But like now, like you said, everything's starting to even out. So let those contracts die out and go away. And then you can start signing some of these guys that got fucked over at WWE and are free agents now. And Ring of Honor too. And like I just said before, Josh Allen. Josh Allen should be on AEW too. I think he should be on a bigger platform. I wouldn't mind seeing him in WWE either, honestly.
Right. Like assuming everything plays out fine over the next 4 to 5 years. 4 to 5 years now in AEW, people aren't going to be criticizing like, oh, remember when all they would do was sign WWE guys? It was like, no, you'd look back at it as like, okay, yeah, they were obviously building their roster. You know what I mean? Some come and go while you're building up that roster. It's like
I said, I'm not a
professional sports team has a franchise team their first year out, their first 2 years out. You spend time.
And the NFL did kind of happen. Jacksonville and Carolina made the conference championship game their first years.
Well, I wouldn't know, man. I thought I was onto something.
It's only happened once. That's the only time it's ever happened. It did happen.
Yeah, but like I said, there. It's just right now we're in the choppy waters phase of AEW. That's what it is.
I don't even think it's the choppy water phase. I just think that everybody's the tribalism shit is so like in upheaval and like so dumb and like throwing fires either way. Like I think they just need to stay the course, and it's not as bad as detractors make it seem, and it's not as good as you stands make it seem. But for a 2-year-old company, like I don't think they could be in a better fucking position.
Yeah, I would really love to find some people that watch AEW that don't spend a significant amount of time on social media, like on wrestling conversations on Twitter and stuff, and find that appeal because like social media and I don't think it just brings the worst out of people. I believe it's the algorithms. You're always hearing about the algorithms. The algorithms love to shine those who get traction. Yeah, and they put a shine on all of the toxicity.
I pull to you honestly, like I know I post dumb shit too, but like I'm not overly negative. I try in WWE and be 50-50 with like if I say a shitty comment, I always try and do it, praise him as well and whatever I'm watching. But I did like you, all those accounts that were just like nothing but fucking negative shit and negative.
Just start
no matter
blocking
what.
Them, man.
I didn't block him because that's pussy shit. I ain't blocking nobody, but I did unfollow him. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't need that on my timeline. Where if it's just like you can be both, like you can be negative and be positive about a show. Like you can hate some shit about a show and love some shit about a show. But if your entire timeline is just you shitting on everything, like that's a huge
notoriety, because there's always going to be an audience for that where they just
and I'm not going to be the audience.
Look, I mean, we saw a perfect metaphor with that clip of LeBron James having fun during the Super Bowl halftime show, and just the entire thread shitting on this man because the Lakers aren't like winning right now, or because LeBron James is an alcoholic, or he loves attention, and it was like this dude, like he's in like our age bracket. This man grew up with all of these people, like
literally
who's sitting around going like, oh, my life ain't perfect right now, so fucking I'm just gonna be miserable.
Like that LeBron, like, I don't understand the LeBron hate, and really who I don't understand, well, I can understand middle-aged white man not liking a young rich dude who took control of his own career in his league, shit like that. I can understand, but like when other black people hate on LeBron, I'm like, bro, he's everything you want your son to be, and he's everything you want your daughter to fucking bring home.
Unless your son wants to be a good actor.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. But other than that, like I'm saying, like bro, like what, like no scandals, no baby mamas, no side shit, no nothing. He just does his thing, builds schools, gives back and shit. Like what more do you want from this dude?
His worst offense is he's in the conversation with Michael Jordan.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's his worst offense. Is he's in that conversation.
I never understood the pure like hatred that people have for LeBron.
Man,
Like,
that's just
I do not get it at all.
Any fandom, man. That's what I'm saying. So that's exactly why I'd love to meet some AEW fans that don't live on social media, that just aren't trying to create their Twitter personalities or anything like that, you know?
Right.
And just hear some honest opinions, because you see it all the time, man. You see it all the time. I've had customers, man, that they get. You can tell that they've been on the internet a lot. I think I had a woman in my store the other day. This is going over to like COVID shit, but she coughed and started defending herself and started like backpedaling everything. And I was like, and I understood where it was coming from. I was like, man, we're not on the internet. It's okay. Like I was like, no one in here is gonna freak out, you know.
The thing about that too, like me and Adam, like on the MJV page, we'll literally go back to back and do like a pro mask meme and then do a pro then a pro anti-mask thing, and the same fucking people be arguing on both ones and not even realize we did it and that's why we did it, and they still fall for it every fucking time.
It's the internet for you, man. It
literally
brings the worst out in people. Speaking of bringing the worst out, man, you hear Ric Flair talking. He just cannot keep Becky Lynch out of his mouth.
No, I didn't hear the newest.
So, dude, it's weird, man. So obviously there was a couple things. He was upset about her using the man at one point, and then in his internet replies, like his replies are way overblown, like over dramatic, you know.
Right.
Like he's shooting promos, like he's still trying to get over, you know. But at this point, he's just that weird old man to a lot of people. When they deal with him on a daily basis, you know.
Right.
There's always going to be people. I don't listen to what Ric Flair says. I remember him, you know, for his heyday, and they hold him in such high esteem. But people that are listening to his podcast and his statements, it's just like the ramblings of like a senile old man at this point. He goes in, he's got his own podcast, which Lord knows I could not imagine listening to Ric Flair talk for an hour. But he's got his own podcast, and he said that the Becky Lynch and Ronda Rousey segment, where Becky was calling her Ronnie and everything, essentially he just goes in about how like Becky can't recognize that how big of a star Ronda Rousey is. She shouldn't be referring to her as Ronnie. Just hating on everything, and it was literally just an in-ring promo segment. And it's gotten to that point now, just like the LeBron haters, it just seems like when Becky Lynch pops up on television, Ric Flair is seething. Like that's his go-to content shit. No, it was a weird one. Let me see if I can pull up a statement really quick. It was so bad. I don't need a video of it. I'm over here on my iPad and I keep grabbing my mouse to control my damn iPad, man. This is ridiculous. I'm Ric Flair's criticism right here. Becky Lynch responds to Ric Flair's criticism. Let me hear the quote right here. Once again, this is Ric Flair talking on his podcast about Becky Lynch. Once again, she's not Ronnie. She's Ronda Rousey, okay? Anybody stupid enough to call her Ronnie and make a joke of her presence and what it brings to the company is out of their mind. As an example, what is her name now? Big Time Bex? Hey, Ronnie, welcome back. Wow, that's exciting. Hey, how about that thank you, Ronda, for showing up because I'm not the man anymore. I'm generic. Who am I? Big Time Bex? The last kicker? Who am I? Ric Flair said on his podcast. Like, this dude.
In his defense, he's not entirely wrong. The second part.
It's an in-ring.
No. That's not what I'm saying. Not about him calling her not about her calling her Ronnie or none of that. Because she should do that. She's disrespectful. She's the champ. But I'm saying Ronda wouldn't be there if Becky was still the man and all these other women were really holding their weight.
Yeah. I don't know.
Let's be honest. That's why she was there to begin with from the start.
Bama says he's jealous that Becky's a bigger man than him. I think this man is trying to find a way to be an active presence in the wrestling business.
I think it has a lot to do with his daughter as well.
Yeah, it could be. Very well.
That's the Odell Beckham dad shit. You know what I'm saying? She can't say it, so he can. And he'll take all the criticism and not give zero fucks what anybody says about it.
So Ric Flair's is partially serving as Charlotte's mouthpiece for the not politically correct statements she wishes she could say.
Right. I mean, if you think about every athlete has one of those in his family that just pops off from time to time and says some shit that he really is thinking, and he probably heard it from his famous brother, cousin, whatever, but they can't say it. So a random tweet like Dak Prescott, his brothers do it all the time. Who else? Somebody else. Odell's dad. So he didn't even make that video. He got all the credit for that video and shit, but it was actually a fan that made the video. He just reposted it. It was like all the times Odell had been open in Cleveland and Baker like either completely didn't see him or like threw it 30 yards over his fucking head.
Yeah.
Like, and that's how he got released, was because of that video. But again, Odell would never post that. Yeah, somebody else
doing it. I hear you having a proxy.
Having a burner account.
Yeah, exactly.
Instead of like KD actually being the one behind the burner account, you have somebody else do it for you.
Yeah. Ed Freeze says he has an obsession with her. Let's not forget how he booked himself to kiss Becky at the Rumble. No, I remember that. It just gets odd. It gets so weird. Like, now you have MJF also like kissing random women, and then a couple days later, the Lethal Lotharios, whatever. Apparently, Humberto and Angel Garza's gimmick is they'll fuck you to death. Apparently, just said they said that they need to have like an ambulance present or something. Man, that's a weird one. It was a weird one. Where does like forcing yourself onto a woman fall in pro wrestling for people nowadays? I wonder if that's too far. I mean, at least the recent clips, the women were willing participants. You know what I mean?
Right.
Becky Lynch one, that's a weird one. Ric Flair forced himself on Becky. He had to have had a say in that. That wasn't just like it wasn't like Michael Hayes was like, oh hey, by the way, here's tonight's script. Ric Flair, go distract Becky Lynch by kissing her. Like Ric Flair, fucking just man.
Oh, also too, we just skipped over Jay White. We didn't do Jay White.
Jay White, is he officially? No, he ain't officially AEW. He's having fun doing what he wants.
From what Tony was saying was that he signed him Sunday night.
Really? I thought he signed. I thought he like signed like the booking.
I don't know. Maybe I misinterpreted, but I thought he said that he signed him.
Let's see. Well, go ahead and talk about what happened.
Well, the first on Dynamite, he came out. It was Adam Cole and Undisputed AEW. They were talking shit, and now I always forget it was one of those bums in the back. And while they were attacking him, Jay White came and fucking like they did like panned up to like the back of him and whatever, and then they saw it was him, and then he like threw the dude. I want to say
Trent.
Maybe it was Orange Cassidy.
No, Trent. He attacked Trent.
Was Trent?
Okay.
It was the best friend. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the same thing. They had the match on Rampage, and then Jay White attacked him from behind.
So far, what I'm seeing here is and I'll see if it's right, but I've already seen one account that Jay White has not signed. He's just, kind of doing the runs, because you have New Japan has their American branch now, their American show, and then he's involved in Impact and now AEW. I asked actually Marie Shadows, who's a huge New Japan fan.
Yep.
I asked her, I was like, what's the deal with Bullet Club and stuff? Because I was like, to my knowledge, Adam Cole was kicked out by the Young Bucks. And then, but now Jay White's here backing him up. In proxy, is he now helping the Young Bucks who turned on Adam Cole? I was like, man, I'm all confused about this timeline.
Jay White's the technical leader of Bullet Club.
Yeah,
actually.
Yeah, exactly. I couldn't imagine the leader being signed to AEW. Like, that would be weird to me. Like, if he was kind of like Finn Balor and AJ Styles, they both got the boot when they signed for WWE. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but the only difference too with that is there is nobody next up. I don't think. Like maybe Evil, but he has like his own set from the Bullet Club or whatever. So like I don't know. Like I don't know if there's anybody like right now ready to be like the one to kick him out and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. I don't keep up with New Japan enough. I told Marie We're gonna try and bring her on. Maybe we'll have her on the next episode of the Rewind, and she can clear all this up for us. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I'm down. I watch it, but not like she does. Like I even hit her up too if I miss something or like some shit happens and I can't get the English version, so I can get the recap of it. I'll hit her up about it.
Yeah, we'll get her on sometime. Have her clear up the stuff. But no, it was badass seeing him pop up. Yeah, I think he has a match. He has a match this Friday on Rampage, taking on Trent.
Yeah,
is what he's got going on. It's going to be fun. I want to see more. I do want to see more Bullet Club. The only missing link to all of this that I feel is, I do miss the Good Brothers on AEW. They're selfishly for me.
I'll be honest. Like I feel like they're like past their time.
You think so?
Just in that stick and that gimmick. Like I think it's like, and if you don't have, I don't think like if Kenny's there, like it goes better with somebody like Kenny that's kind of not like that guy. So you have these two dudes who are your muscle and kind of your comedy stick at the same time. Like he's like their version of J&J Security. I don't think anybody there like it fits with it.
You know, everyone brings up Carl Anderson's 2012. What was the tournament where he was the runner up?
The New Japan Cup, or was it the Super Jet or the? It had to be the New Japan Cup.
It was Carl Anderson 2012. The G1 Climax. Yeah, the G1 Climax where he was runner up to Okada. I wonder if anyone is thinking that Carl Anderson could still be a breakout. Because you know Luke Gallows. If it's not for the Good Brothers, Luke Gallows doesn't have an act. I will die on that hill. But I've always wondered about Carl Anderson. Like, even when he was in WWE, I was like, damn, this guy's there's something about Carl Anderson. But he was so pigeonholed in the OC, as they were calling it. I wonder if he has anything left. Because I do see your point. I never see them being like the hottest tag team act. They do kind of feel like you said, the J&J Security, the Heaters for whatever faction they're a part of.
Right.
Also, are they still officially Bullet Club? I know they're feuding with Guerrillas of Destiny, who are Bullet Club.
See, everything's kind of shady.
Everything's up in the air, right?
The ancillary parts of it, right?
Yeah, man. Definitely need Marie on here. For sure.
Well, because like I said, they even have like different sex of it. Because like Evil turned on Los Ingobernables. I always say it wrong. He turned on them.
Lij
and Lij turned on them, became part of Bullet Club. But then they gave him his own set off of the Bullet Club. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't know how.
Famously, the Young Bucks, they were the elite Bullet Club. They were still Bullet Club, but they also had their elite faction.
Right.
And they never officially defected. They just left. You know what I mean?
Right.
They just went and did AEW. I don't know, man. But somebody else who recently told us why they left, actually gave us a reason, was Kyle O'Reilly. Apparently he went on a podcast and he talked about his final days in NXT. And I think, honestly, just the most notable soundbite from this was him overhearing like trainers or management talking about how we don't want professional wrestlers anymore. Like, was the quote, was the hot take, was the quote.
But we're not surprised. We know that.
Yeah, but that was like kind of like one of the things that helped ease his transition was his realization. Like, well, I'm a professional wrestler. I want to do pro wrestling, and then I don't
want to be a trainer.
Yeah. Couple that, all his best friends are in AEW. Seemed like for him, and this is kind of non-news, but for him, it wasn't really a big decision. Like it didn't seem like the hardest one. He even mentioned that he thought his contract was up much later in the year, and how much of almost like a relief it was when he found out that it was coming up in, I think, December when it came up. But yeah.
I never expected him not to be Well, like I said, I kind of was on the fence about, but then when Bobby Fish turned up at AEW, I was like, why would he not fucking go? Like,
right. Yeah, man. Exactly. I wonder where. So you watched NXT off like more religiously than I did, and then I do. I still watch it. Like I definitely watch it more now than I used to.
right.
I find myself home on Tuesdays and I don't have anything to do, so I throw it on. But where did Roderick Strong fall in the pecking order of Undisputed Era? Do we feel like we're missing him, or is Roderick Strong like, it's okay that he's not over in AEW with Adam Cole and Red Dragon?
No, I think it'd be awesome if he was there because he was their muscle, even though he was literally the smallest fucking dude in the group and already a group of small guys. He was their heater, he was their muscle.
Yeah.
So like I think so. I like him better where he's at now. Like with Diamond, like I fucking love Diamond Mine. Like that, like I don't like a lot of things in this new 2.0 clown jizz, but Diamond Mine is like literally one of my favorite things. I mean, that's all I think of with the colors and shit. Like, clown just fucking exploded. But yeah, no, I love him in this like
God
MMA, like ground and pound, like shit. And I love the Creed brothers. They're a little rough, but like, no, I much more enjoy him now in this role than him in Undisputed Earl. But I wouldn't be mad if he jump ship too. You know what I'm saying? Like he'd be perfect in AEW. Like he just would be.
Yeah. It'd be nice. Speaking of NXT, we have Vengeance Day tomorrow. What's your hype level on it? You're the, like I said, you're the more into NXT guy.
Not really.
No?
No, I haven't been into NXT. I told you I'm not into the 2.0. Like it's all right. I'm starting to like. I don't want to say I'm liking it more, but I understand it more.
Uh-huh.
Like, and even with Kyle O'Reilly shit, that kind of like put the cherry on it. Like, these aren't real professional wrestlers. These are athletes that they are turning into professional wrestlers. So, and it's truly developmental now, and you can see.
Yeah, and you can see the overlap in in who's running it. Nothing like felt more like, okay, it's under all the same umbrella now than when you had the stupid, in my opinion, sorry to anybody that liked it, poker segment that went on there. And then just a couple weeks later, we get the academic challenge on Raw, which I'm not going to shit on. Luckily for us, all parties made that academic challenge better than it had any right to be.
Any damn right.
Yeah. But yeah, you could tell. It was like day 2 or 3 of the academic challenge. I was thinking about NXT, and I was like, yeah, you can see that it's the same people running.
Like I said, the only thing that I take fucking peace in is knowing that, unlike old NXT, guys that were at the top of the card were the ones getting over NXT. They go to the main roster and they change their names, give them some dumbass gimmick, put some gimp outfit on them, and then they're gone within 2 months. At least we know now all of these guys that have the top of the card, they're going to be taken care of when they get moved over to Raw and SmackDown because the same people are running it. So
they'll actually have some continuity. And
that's the only fucking thing out of this that I can like take solace in, like Carmelo and like I said, Diamond Mine. Like I know that these guys are going to be taken care of and that they're not just going to be throwaways because the guys that want to see them succeed in NXT are going to be the ones that want to see them succeed once they get moved to Raw or SmackDown. So like that's the only silver lining of it for me.
You really did have the feeling like when guys got called up from NXT, Triple H running it, it was Vince McMahon's first time seeing him.
Right.
You know what I mean? Was like he'd just look at a picture of him, first impression, come up with a character, keep it moving, and anything that was built up for that person was out the window because now the people booking the show aren't familiar with him. You know what I mean?
And ironically, the only person that hasn't fucking happened to is Austin Theory. I don't know what the hell he saw. Me personally, I think he sees Cena in Theory. I've always said that from the beginning. You can go back to as soon as I started on NXT, it was like when he debuted. I said that he always had that like Cena feel to me, like in his promos, how good he is on the mic at such a young age. How he's clearly not as huge as fucking Cena was, but he still had bodybuilder build, everything just like Cena. Looks like prototype Cena to me and talks better than Prototype Cena did back then. So to me, like, I don't care what anybody says. Like, I know that that's what Vince sees in him, and why of all the fucking NXT guys that never make it, Austin Theory's the one that gets the fucking promos with Vince McMahon.
Yeah, exactly. It's very true.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's not like he's not a 2.0 guy. He came up, he was up before 2.0 started.
Yeah.
So, like, how does that, like, to me, that's what I've always seen in him. And I see that in his future, and clearly the old man does too.
Yeah, he does. Let's see what we see in this event, Vengeance Day, because I think, if I'm correct, I don't think Bama is doing a preview show on this, so why not like let us do a little bit of a quicker, lighter rundown of it. So I got Bama. I'm going by what Bama sent me in my DMs here as far as the lineup for predictions and stuff, which I still have to actually send him my answers. So he says the first one we got here is Weaponized Steel Cage match, which is between Tony D'Angelo and Pete Dunne. This is a feud that I have, whenever I've tuned into NXT, I have missed 100% of it. I have, from whatever reason.
Probably one of the only ones you should be fucking paying attention to.
For real?
Yeah.
Is that good, huh?
Yeah, because they've taken they kind of took it backstage on. I think Pete Dunne must have had to have been hurt because Tony D'Angelo had a small little thing with To the Moon, Cameron Grimes, for a little bit, and they fought for the number one contendership for the North American title.
Okay.
But him and Pete Dunne have had this thing going back since the beginning of 2.0 starting. So
okay,
they fuck each other up, and they have ridiculous chemistry. And I hate that. Like, I don't mind the mob gimmick now, and he's gotten it over, but I wish he would like look more like a wrestler. You know what I'm saying? Because his moves and shit and the shit that he does, like, he is. I did not realize how good he was in the ring. You know what I'm saying? Like, I knew he had decent matches in the squash match. You look good no matter what. But like him having the matches with Cameron Grimes, and this might be the show stealer of the whole fucking show, for real.
Okay. Yeah, Bama just confirmed that he's not doing a check your temperature, so I guess we could steal his gimmick for our show. You hot, warm, or ugh? Are you
I'm actually
cold or warm for this?
No, I'm actually hot on this, like I said, because of the chemistry that they have, and then you add fucking no rules in a steel cage. Like, they're going to tear each other the fuck apart.
Only because I'm coming into this with completely fresh eyes. I'm going to say warm just because I don't have anything to go by personally.
Well, like I said, they haven't their feud was kind of like on the back burner. Like they kind of like go back and forth with it, but it picked up some steam the last couple weeks.
All right. NXT Women's Tag Team Championships, Toxic Attraction, which God knows we all love Toxic Attraction at this point.
I mean, you know we're hot. You know it doesn't matter.
Oh, man. Indy Hartwell and Persian Parada. Did I say that name right?
I don't know.
Persia Parada.
Me and you both are the king of mispronunciations. What the fuck are you talking about?
No.
PP.
Persia's the only one I'm not familiar with in this. I know Indy.
She's all right. She's another one just started at the start of 2.0.
Okay. I mean, I'm fairly excited for Toxic Attraction. What they're going on. I think for what they offer, it's one of the things NXT I believe is capitalizing great with.
Yeah.
Because it's obviously you have the attraction factor to them.
Well, it also doesn't hurt them with Toxic Attraction. Like, they're not fucking rookies.
That's what I'm saying. Is they're being presented as hot women because obviously they are. That is one of their strengths.
Yeah. But they also are fucking real wrestlers.
They're holding it in the ring. And like I said, although not perfect by any means, I believe Mandy Rose herself has come a long ways, and you can get a decent match with Mandy Rose nowadays.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Now, granted,
I think that's what helped them the most with this whole thing was the fact that Mandy had the star appeal, and like you said, she still can kind of go in the ring. But then the two girls, they are real fucking wrestlers. Like, they are not fucking around. They're not some green cheerleaders or volleyball players that they just finally threw on TV. Like, they have legit indie backgrounds and are legit wrestlers. And I think that that's what kind of, for what the gimmick is supposed to be, it works that much better when the girls can actually, when the women can actually fucking go. So you can't take them serious as just being like just some cute bitches that look hot.
Yeah,
you know
exactly. There's more to them than the eye candy.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's great, man. And that's a good mix to have. It really is.
Yeah.
And then not to mention Mandy Rose, I will say this. when it lands, her V triggers can look really, really solid.
Yes,
Yeah,
I literally just tweeted that not too long. Like that bitch can land a knee, bro. Like,
yeah.
and for her, like, I guess she's not really green anymore, but like it always looks believable.
Mhm.
It always looks like you could really knock your fucking teeth out. But she hasn't knocked anybody's teeth out or laid anybody out with it. And she lands it from everywhere too. That's what I like about it now.
Yeah.
Like she kind of throws it in there just like randomly and hits people with it. Like she's actually becoming like we gotta give her props. Like she's becoming a damn good fucking wrestler.
No one's chanting you can't wrestle anymore.
No one is chanting it at all.
Yeah.
And she's putting out bangers. She always does. At least for the last year or two.
Yeah. No, that's good, man. Oh, by the way, we haven't given any predictions on these. Tony D'Angelo and Pete Dunne. Who's taking it?
I'm going to say D'Angelo just because that's how 2.0 goes.
The younger
guys
the
go
old.
over.
Yeah, I'll say D'Angelo as well. Toxic Attraction versus Indy and Persia.
Toxic Attraction. The Indy and them, they're not ready yet. I love her though. I think she has a ton of fucking potential, and I didn't realize how like huge she fucking is, and she's super athletic to be as big as she is.
Yeah. I'll go with Toxic Attraction too. Next up, the match that I see getting the most chatter out of this entire card: Carmelo Hayes taking on Cameron Grimes for that North American Championship.
My heart says Melo, but I think Grimes is probably going to win this.
You think so?
I don't want him to. Like I said, I don't have any complaints. Like even from the beginning, I think me and you were pretty much like the only ones that were down for Grimes.
Really?
You more so because of the gimmick.
Yeah.
Me more so because I know how dope he fucking is in the ring and that he can literally have a 5-star match with anybody. Mm-hmm. And I think the character work is what he really needed.
Dude, he is the most endearing wrestler to me.
Yes, and like, it doesn't matter what.
Oh my God, dude,
he gets people to cheer for him, throwing fucking money in there. Like Ted DiBiase made a career getting booed for throwing money in the air. He gets cheered every single time he flashes his written. Like I'm so happy that he fucking developed something more, because there was a time like in PWG and like Impact, he never talked. He never said a fucking word ever.
Yeah.
Like all black trunks, no personality, nothing. Long ass scruffy beard, long hair, come in, mushroom stomp your ass and leave. Like he had no character whatsoever for probably 4 or 5 years on the Indies. So seeing him turn into this and with the ring work included, like it's fucking amazing. I love it.
So let me ask you, has he gotten any big wins other than the hair versus hair feud? Because I know his feud when he was going against LA Knight, he came up short in all of those.
I don't think he really has it. That's why I think this is going to be it.
You think this is the one for him?
Because Melo's proved he don't need the title to be over.
Right.
He's too good on the fucking mic and too good in the ring.
It feels like he just won it though.
Well, I know, but he's had it damn near longer than Breaker's had the world title.
That's true though. The if I recall correctly, that North American title does bounce around a bit. Did anyone have like a really long reign with it? I know
Patrick did.
Yeah.
Patrick did. Adam Cole did.
Cole was North American champ?
Yeah.
Shit, man. I didn't even know. I just pictured Cole went straight to the top.
No, he won the ladder match.
No joke. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna go with Hayes. I'm gonna go with Hayes just because to me it just, I don't know. Maybe I'm dumb, but I'm gonna go with Hayes. I'm gonna think Hayes is gonna sweep this one out.
When we do our things, I'm probably gonna pick him too. But he's my favorite part of the entire show. Like I love him. I love him because he goes against everything that they said 2.0 is supposed to be and everything that their direction moving forward was supposed to be. He goes absolutely against it. He's a 5'9" indie flippy guy. You know what I'm saying? Doing flips.
No. Okay, never mind. I'm changing my shit. No, you just said it. You just said it right there.
So is Cameron Grimes technically. You know what I'm saying?
No, like, but Cameron Grimes is a caricature, though. A caricature. Like, he fits the WWE character mold. He's over the top, animated. He's a cartoon character.
You're right, but so is Melo for black people in WWE.
For black people, though, let's forget.
He's the thug black guy, the like urban guy. You know what I'm saying? Like he's all him and Trick are the heel version of the Street Profits.
That's really is okay.
I mean, I'm being honest. Like that, if you take everything out and set them next to each other and just watch their promos and everything, they're literally just the heel version of the Street Profits. Melo's Montez and Trick is
I loved the barbershop scene that they did on that recent episode. I thought that was actually really good.
Bro, they're getting over being themselves and being them and not what WWE thinks black people should say or do. That's why I liked it, because the Carmelo that you see on the show, that's how he was when he was in the Indies, and on his IG pages when he's saying, like, it's literally just him turned up to an ignorant level, which is how characters get over, when it's yourself that you crank it up a notch.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what it is. And that's why it's getting over. It just is.
All right. Well, you convinced me to pick Grimes. I'm going to pick Grimes. And this actually, out of the whole thing, this is the match I'm hottest for, is these two guys. Because I think this will be the best wrestling match on the card.
Oh, it definitely. This match and then the steel cage match are definitely going to be the show stealers.
The Dusty Cup men's finals, MSK going to be the first NXT team to win this twice, taking on the Creed brothers. I know next to nothing about the Creed brothers. They're the Redneck Boys, right?
No.
The
Creed brothers are part of Diamond Mine.
Are the Diamond Mine tag team. See, that's how
Bivens and Roddy.
Yeah, I know nothing about them.
Creed, just think Team Angle.
Team Angle? Okay. There you go.
And they're really not, for them to be like, they're super green and like they make mistakes in the ring, but like they always bounce back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like they look like they could be like new versions of like Kurt Angle and Brock Lesnar, like take to it like that seamlessly. Like the more matches they're getting, the better and better they're looking in those matches.
All right. Who's your take on this? I'm green on both this. I know about MSK's history in NXT,
Mm-hmm.
their whole like coming in as baby faces, getting booed, the whole conspiracy theory about how that all went down and shit. But I do know that they've been booked story-wise with quite a bit of investment. You know, originally supposed to be mentored under Jeff Hardy, but that was changed to Riddle. So obviously there's a really good story investment in MSK right now. But then, like I said, the Creed brothers, I know that Diamond Mine is supposed to be important. It just seems like whenever I'm tuning into NXT, I'm missing those segments with them.
All the segments you're missing are the best ones, because
for real, I'm missing the best part of NXT, man.
Well, because their matches, like I said, they're progressively getting better with their matches. And Bivens, I'm telling you, once they give him a real shot, he's mic-wise, he's on the level of Paul Heyman. We just haven't got to see it yet. And he can get in the ring and he'll take bumps and shit too. There's a reason why, of all those people, think about it too, how many signings and cuts he's made it through since they've signed him. And he's just now getting on TV. They signed him like almost 3 years ago. And he's just now finally getting a real role on TV.
That was one of the people that I was like, yo, I'm obviously not in the in crowd, because when I saw people like Malcolm Bivens showing up on NXT and people losing their minds, I'm like, I have no idea who this guy is. Now, I'm obviously much more familiar now.
Right.
But I was like, yeah, I missed something. Like something, I was looking in the wrong direction at some point.
Well, because a lot of the time, a lot of the heat he was like, a lot of the steam he was getting was off his shit on Twitter with Mia Yim and them doing
and that's what was confusing me. I thought this was just like one of those super fans that just gets to interact with the professional wrestlers a lot better. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. That was like 3 years ago. He's just now getting on TV. He made it through all those cuts, all those people being let go, and he made it through for a reason, because they know first of all, he has a ridiculous mind for the business, and I'm telling you, he's a fucking one on the mic. He just, like with Austin Theory, they've never really got a chance yet to show what they can do. But I'm telling you, I am literally damn near getting hard to get to see him and Paul Heyman face off against each other.
Bama says I'd know more of NXT if I watched more than just Toxic Attraction. Yeah, I do make it sound like that's all I watch.
The Creed brothers are probably going to win this.
Creed brothers, you think? All right. I'm going to go with MSK just to counter you and make it interesting.
And really, I don't, like you said, everything you said is correct.
Mm-hmm.
They've invested way more heavily into MSK. They get way more backstage sessions, everything, but like for the direction of the show and how much, and
could be just to get the Creed brothers the heat, though.
Right, that's what I'm saying. I mean? Yeah, and because what they're doing with Diamond Mine too, they're positioning Diamond Mine to be the, I don't want to necessarily say undisputed area, but they are positioning them to be the heel faction, because they got a main event guy in Roddy. They got a female, and they got a tag team. So they are, and then they got a heater at the fucking mic that can talk for them all. And they don't have to say shit. So they're slowly positioning them into those spots, and it's going to happen eventually.
Who's the breakout in Diamond Mind?
Bivens.
That's what I was thinking too.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I've been screaming this literally the whole time I've been on this damn podcast. Like,
I know, man. I'm trying to get the actual soundbite. All right, look now. All right, and then last up, Braun Breaker versus Santos Escobar. Breaker. Yeah. So this is the one I'm least interested in, and I've caught the segments that's going on between them, and the most recent one was that contract signing where Dolph Ziggler had to come in and take over the segment, and same thing with Tommaso Ciampa, and they ended up outshining Escobar and Breaker in the contract signing for their title match.
Because I keep telling y'all, he is not ready.
Yeah,
he does not command a ring. He does not command a promo.
He seems like a tough guy in a wrestling ring.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
That's what he seems like a legitimate hard man.
Right.
Trying to portray what he thinks a professional wrestler acts like.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. That's all I've been saying.
There are times I do find it, once again, my favorite word to use, endearing. But I will say, for me personally, that was the first time I saw some big holes in Braun.
Yeah.
When it's like when you're in a contract signing, it's up to you guys to build the excitement. If you have to call in Dolph Ziggler
for no reason
to get intrigue in your match, there's obviously something there. There's something missing there. You know, they don't have the utmost confidence in you.
Yeah. And that's my thing too. And then, like you said, they keep putting in positions where we're starting to see chinks in the fucking armor.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, hey, look, I'm happy they did it though. I mean, that seems like the 2.0 way of doing things though. Is take these young guys, throw them in the water, and let's see what happens instead of playing it safe. Because I would much rather see that than seeing them just play it safe constantly. Because you know where we're playing it safe. The Royal Rumble outcome, this road to WrestleMania. If that ain't the safest build to WrestleMania, where everything feels so predictable and you can see, and it's frustrating. So it is a breath of fresh air to take such a green talent.
That's what I said about this show is like we're getting to see them. We're getting to see their indie use. That's what NXT is. This is them paying their dues on the indies, you know what I'm saying, before they get called up. And so now all these guys that we really do give a shit about, we know that they're going to be taken care of. That's the only silver line I can pull from this garbage, because 90% of the show is garbage or filler. Like, you could tell it's them trying to WWEize these guys, and you know what I'm saying? Like, which is, it's okay. I get it. All right, that's what you're doing.
That's the end game here, is to get on the main roster and act how you act on main roster. So exactly.
So now they're finally they're still at that 600,000. I don't think they should be on USA anymore. I think they should put them back on the network, but they're on national TV. Like you said, throw their asses to the wolves and let's see whoever comes out the force alive. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to.
Who do you think takes it?
Oh, it's Breaker. He's not losing that belt anytime soon.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking too. I feel like Santos could do something with it, but yeah, this once again, it feels like Breaker. You know, it does. It feels like Breaker.
Yeah, he's winning this.
Yeah.
There's no doubt in my mind.
And then you'll have that feud with Dolph, and Dolph can bump like crazy for him. You know what I mean?
Facts.
Yeah.
And that's another thing too. Like, they make him like he's huge. I hate when they do that.
Yeah.
When they make him out to be like monsters and they're just not. Like, you saw him and Escobar damn near the same height.
Yeah. I will say one thing though. Dolph being, and I just watched a clip. I didn't realize how often they've sent WWE guys to NXT for brief periods. Dolph felt pretty cool there. It felt pretty. It felt. I was like, oh man, yeah, he does really feel like a star when you put him in like a situation like this. Obviously, when you see him on Raw, you groan. Maybe some people groan when they saw him on NXT, but when I saw him, I was like, damn,
my thing is too is like
he looks pretty dope.
And my thing is Escobar still being able to stick around.
Yeah.
Because again, a lot of these guys aren't fit the mold that they told us that they're looking for, but they're still there. They're in the main event picture. They're getting over. Like I've said this about Escobar too. Is he's the Latin star that they're gonna go behind because he can fluently speak English. He's dope as shit in the ring. He can do any style of wrestling in the ring. He's wrestled all over the world. I'm pretty sure he's a second or third generation wrestler too. Like, there's a reason why they still keep him around and why he wasn't in those other cuts and shit and everything. I've been screaming this from the beginning, like, watch, he's going to be, and he kind of already is like their version of, what's his name? El Patron. He's already kind of like a version of that.
Really?
Right now.
Oh, Alberto Del Rio?
Yeah, he's already like that. Coming in with the suits and shit and everything. They all come in with the suits and stuff.
Well, so was Andrade. Andrade felt like such a weird cut, man.
Yeah, but Andrade couldn't speak. Like, his English is still fucking trash. You see it every week on, you know what I'm saying? Like, Escobar's is not. Yeah. Escobar is fluid in English and Spanish. So that's the difference.
Man, I honestly, man, I don't know how many people are with me. I would be so cool with promos having subtitles. Hearing their natural language with subtitles. I would definitely be down because you would hear the confidence in their voice.
Because remember they did that with Io when her hype package before one of the takeovers.
Yeah,
it was just her talking and her natural self talking, and they had the subtitles. You're like, yeah, why not? Who cares?
I would definitely be down for it. I mean, I guess because they're worried there might be some like 6-year-olds watching that can't read, and they'll be the ones left out. I don't know. I would be cool with subtitles, man, because then you could hear the confidence in their voice. You know, I mean, you're never going to speak more confidently than when you're speaking in your native language.
Exactly.
But yeah, it seems like a fun show, man. Seems like a fun show. I'm like I said, I'm hyped for Carmelo and Cameron Grimes. Like that's my soul. That's what sells me on the whole show alone.
Right.
And then I guess you're selling me on Tony D'Angelo and Pete Dunne as well. So Ed Free says NXT does subtitles for promos that are recorded. Obviously, yeah. It'd be hard to explain how you could have subtitles generate so quickly if they were just like a live promo. I guess that would be a hard one to come up with. But I guess it wouldn't be that difficult. Have like a translator just type really fast.
Right.
Yeah. I don't know, man. It seemed pretty interesting. All right. Anything interesting coming up over the next week, RN, in wrestling? What do we got going on?
Nothing I can think of on top of my head. I didn't really watch much this week. I watched a couple of things.
AEW doesn't really have any hype this week. That's due to that was last week. We got the Elimination Chamber this weekend.
Oh shit! Yeah, I got to turn my picks in and shit for that too.
I forgot all about that, man. When is it? I thought it was Thursday. Is it not? It's on Saturday, huh?
What, the pay-per-view?
Yeah, it's on Saturday. I didn't even realize.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, for some reason I thought it was on Thursday. Yeah, Saturday.
The Thursday show will probably be the Saudi show.
Elimination Chamber is in Saudi though.
Oh shit, it is. Oh yeah, they normally are during the week.
Yeah, yeah. The Saudi show is normally in the middle of the week. It rarely is.
Like, and it normally comes at like 1 o'clock in the afternoon, like on a Thursday. You're right. I totally forgot about that.
Now, from what I gather, it is still in the middle of the afternoon because of the time difference. And, they're willing to let the spoilers leak out for a pre-taped SmackDown like we got.
Right.
But they're not going to want that for one of their premium live events.
Facts.
Let's take a look at this card too as well. And then we'll call it a day. We're an hour in. How much longer I got you for, RN?
I kind of need to bounce out here shortly.
You need to bounce out?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, fuck it. We'll skip it. I'll do like a little preview video later. I'll get a hold of. I mean, we have till Saturday. We'll save it for another. We'll do like a little.
What we got? Maybe we can jump on Thursday before and do something.
Yeah, maybe we'll do like a little short introspective on Thursday. Yeah, I forgot you work during Mondays. All right, you guys, I appreciate you stopping by. This was a fun show to do. They're always fun whenever we don't script them, you know what
Literally
I mean?
Every time we just fucking say fucking going. It's like the best content, the most like
it's the smoothest running show. My computer didn't die. It fucking kicked me out 20 times. Like that's how it goes. Man, that's how it goes. You can find us on Twitter at SmackDrawPod, myself at The Kai Tai Show, and of course, my co-host here at Mr. 8984. Spell out the word Mr. Guys, don't forget on YouTube, do me a favor, man. Check out my 10-second show reviews. They literally are about 30 seconds long a piece. They're the dumbest shit. If you could, like them, comment on them. I don't know why, but I'm having a blast. I actually get excited to do these stupid little things. Check those out as well. And if you haven't and you got some spare time, man, go check out the replay of the Wheel of Wrestling, man. Where some wrestling trivia. That's always fun. Let's see how you guys would stack up compared to how we did on the show and how horrible I did. But yeah, like always, make sure to tune in next week, 9 p.m. Eastern time on Sunday for the next episode of The Rewind, and keep an eye out on social media if we do that special little look at Elimination Chamber later this week. Like always, you guys, I guess that's it, man. You all have a good one.
Peace out, y'all.
Enjoy this beat.